We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons.
Set to kick off.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
He was brought down
on a 2nd and long. It's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's intercepted at the goal line. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown.
Leonard Fournette, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Falcons 0.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. He's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 7 yards, the pickup there. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Hardman. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mark 5. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check. Mike 5.
From the gun, Mariota. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. A 1st down throw for Mariota. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Come on. Mike 5. 65.
From the red zone now, Mariota flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there.
That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score is Seahawks 7, Falcons nothing.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Check, check. Where are they, team?
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. Now the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Score the point after.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point by Seibert up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Trubisky. Dancing in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The completion good Foley 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
45-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
10.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Mariota is sacked.
Trey Hendrickson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. To try again after the sack. Mariota. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Kamara. A gain of 13. It's third down and...
On third down, Mariota being chased out left. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They run. It's Kamara. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
15-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Mike 45. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. 6 man.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
On the Seahawks 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. One. My God. Hey, watch the slant. Pick that. One. Sponge.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Brandon Ayuk. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Falcons have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second.
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Following the interception here, Mariota taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Mecole Hardman as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That one good for 21 yards.
First down.
And it's going to yield a new set of downs. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. He'll let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeing.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Complete to Andy Isabella.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuebunam was the target there, and it's third and short.
2 go.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Forced out to his left. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Seattle.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Trubisky sacked. Khalil Mack. A loss of 9 on the sack. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And Tucker left that one out to the right. It's no good, off the mark, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes it to Hardman. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Mariota on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D. Ford that time, getting the sack.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
After the sack on first down, Mariota. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk.
Complete to Brandon.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now Mariota on 4th down. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons push further out in front. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll run it again with Fournette. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin first and goal already at the 5-yard line. So now just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. Now Mariota rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Off the play fake, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
4th down, Mariota. That's to his running back, complete. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They begin with a run by Fournette. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Okay, work with me here. Make sure I'm clear on this. When inside their own 10-yard line and they run a toss play, I know it works, but ordinarily it takes a lot of chutzpah to do something like that because the only thing more dangerous is trying to throw the ball in that situation and maybe taking a big loss.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. He'll buy some time right. That's complete, Okuegbunam. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
The ball carrier.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, Fournette. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Complete to Albert.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts
It's a gain of
as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
Mariota here to throw. Taking a deep shot here. And got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
34 yards to gain that time. Another 1st down.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones.
Intercepted by the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. One last shot for Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Atlanta, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.